Harness racing has become big business. In fact, it's the #1 spectator sport in Canada. And as the business of racing grows, so does the breeding industry that supports that racing industry. Located 30 miles northwest of Toronto is Canada's largest standardbred breeding operation and the third-ranking standardbred breeding operation in North America over the last 2 years. That is the Armstrong Farms of Inglewood, Ontario. The farms consist of approximately 1,100 acres, all devoted to pasture land, and the lower area to the right of the film is a new addition to the farm. This land is presently being tile drained in preparation for permanent pasture. There are 4 large barns located on the farm, extending down through a central roadway. These barns each have a 40-stall capacity, and in addition to the rear of the barn, there is a 60-horse run-in shed with capacity, as noted, for 60 mares. So each barn in total can accommodate 100 head. The main farmhouse is a landmark in the area. It was built around 1865 and has been completely restored by the Armstrong brothers and is maintained as an employee's residence. Here we see the main office complex, and to the far end of the office, the stallion barn is. The interior of the office is ultra-modern, has all of the modern conveniences, and has a complete computer system for keeping the horse records. A patio area adjoins the trophy room, and this is used for the entertainment of visiting buyers and guests. The secret of any breeding farm is the quality of its mares, and Armstrongs have prided themselves on maintaining a top quality group of broodmares. These broodmares are maintained during the winter months in these barns. Each is 250 feet long. However, during the summer months, the yearlings are brought from the yearling farm and are prepared in these barns for showing to the public and eventual sale. The farm broodmare band, however, comprises about 165 mares, and with a few permanent boarders, the permanent population swells to approximately 200 mares. Each year, the farm culls approximately 5 to 10% of its broodmare bands and replaces them with young, vigorous mares and those with better racing performance and from the more prominent families. The stallion barn has an 8-stall capacity, and immediately adjoining the stallion barn are 8 stallion paddocks, each with about a 2.5-acre capacity. Here we see Dream of Glory, the farm's premium trotting sire, heading for his paddock and some daily exercise. In addition to Dream of Glory, the farm stands another trotting stallion, Armbro Jet, for 4 years the leader in the Ontario Sire Stakes program. As to pacing stallions, the farm has Armbro Omaha, voted 3-year-old Pacer of the Year in the United States and leading pacing sire in the Ontario Sire Stakes program. Armbro Ranger, with his first crop yearlings, was the leading 2-year-old Pacer of his year in the United States. And Jade Prince, also leading 2-year-old of his year, has foals on the ground. They'll sell in 1982. The farm has its own pasture formulation, and all efforts are devoted to maintaining the quality of the pasture, both through reseeding, fertilization, and clipping and harrowing. During the period when the yearlings are being prepared, they are turned out daily in the stallion paddocks for exercise. We feel this is a very important part of their program and assures them constant exercise up to sale time. Following their exercise period, they are returned to the barn where they're groomed, cleaned, taught a few manners, and generally prepared for the buyers. This is Jim Hammond, the yearling superintendent. Jim handles the yearlings from the day they're weaned until they're sold in the ring. He is always more than happy to meet you and to give you any additional information you may want on any of the yearlings. We hope you have an opportunity to visit us here at Armstrong Farms, and we would be more than happy to show you the facilities and the horses. The yearlings will sell on September 16 and 17 in the Canadian Standardbred Horse Society yearling sale, and on October 1st, 2nd, and 4th in Lexington, Kentucky at the Fasig-Tipton Pavilion. We'd like to thank you for joining us on this film tour of Armstrong Farms.